Hello guys, my name's Frankie. Hope you're all doing alright. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best attachments you can use to get that aiming stability and recoil down on assault rifles, LMGs and SMGs. The attachments we're looking at will make a huge improvement on recoil, except for sniper rifles, which would be a whole different video to be honest. But before we get started, I've got a question for you that I'd like you to answer in the comments below. So, did any of you play Black Ops Cold War Beta PS4 exclusive this weekend? And if you did, how did you feel about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? A little bit meh? Kinda liked it, but needs improvement? Let me know in the comments below. I read and reply to every comment, so chat me up. And as always, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe for more, and let's get on with the video. So first I'm going to show you what this stuff does, and then we'll move on to the details, so bear with me. So the first thing to take a look at is the ADS swaying, to see what that's like. So I've got my kilo without any attachments, so if we aim down sight, we can see that the swaying is quite pronounced. The sights and the angle of the gun are deviating from the target quite badly here. So on the flip side, let's see what it's like with all of the aiming stability attachments on the gun. So we can see there's barely any movement at all. It's relatively stable. You're never going to get it completely stable unless it's the Grau, but the Grau is just a monster. So here they are side by side. You can see how much of a deviation on the left there really is. So clearly the aiming stability specialized attachments are going to be useful here, especially when pre-aiming. The next step is to see what the recoil's like. I'll empty an entire clip here on this wall. There we are, you can see the pattern it's made. The recoil will always follow this line until we start to reduce that with the attachments. So if we now add the recoil control attachments, we can see that the recoil pattern is less harsh, especially towards the end of the magazine. This is because we've added attachments that specialize in recoil control and recoil stabilization. You can also see that once the clip reaches the final 10 bullets or so, the recoil pattern stops in place, so you can quite literally correct the recoil for the initial 10 to 15 bullets, and then just let go from correcting it, because it'll just stay in place and won't recoil any further. So what are the best attachments for stabilizing the ADS swaying or aiming stability, and also the recoil pattern and recoil control? Keep an eye on the little attachment meter in the bottom left of the screen. This is what I'm using to shape the feel of the gun. First up, we've got the Singard Arms barrel on the kilo, which provides huge increases in accuracy, range and control. Accuracy and control are the bits we're interested in, but the extra range is a great addition to this attachment. If we have a look at an SMG, we can see it's basically a similar situation. The accuracy, range and control all get a huge boost here, especially to damage range, bullet velocity and recoil control, so it's very much worth using an attachment slot for a barrel. Next, I'd usually go for a stock. There is always one that gives you much better accuracy and control, and as we can see here, the benefit to this stock is the aiming stability. Again, similar situation to the SMGs where there's always one stock that will focus on aiming stability, so you should use it if the game mode calls for it. Commando foregrip, for the same reasons. Also that it gives us a little bit of range, which is always good in battle royale matches. The Commando foregrip is pretty much universal to all guns. You can basically put this thing on anything. The rest of your attachment slots should be used for the type of game you're playing. For example, if you're dropping into a battle royale match, you need to have a suppressor. And especially if you're going up into anything above solos match, you're going to need an extended mag. So that will take up your last attachment slot. With battle royale though, you're most likely shooting from distance. So unless you're comfortable with iron sights from distance, you're going to want to swap out an attachment for an optic. I would suggest getting rid of the stock, since everything else is too valuable to lose. But if you're in multiplayer or plunder, you're most likely coming into close contact with other players, so a scope isn't really needed. For that, I'd suggest dropping the sight and putting the stock on the gun. So you really have to tailor your loadout for the type of game you're playing. it would be difficult to create one-size-fits-all workhorse in Call of Duty. If you're going into Battle Royale, you're going to have slightly less aiming stability and recoil control because you've dropped the stock or the rear grip. But if you're going into multiplayer match like Killstreak Confirmed, you can drop the sight and go straight for a stock, which gives much more stability while aiming. And to be honest, you might need it because the TTK is so quick. You need to get your sights up and on target without swaying as soon as you spot another player. Anyway guys, I hope this was useful in some way. It's only a short video today. As I mentioned before, let me know how you're getting on with Black Ops Cold War, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.